Hello and welcome to The Print. My name is Zoya and today we look at a speech delivered by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel during his presidential address to the Indian National Congress in Karachi in 1931. Patel, who was elected as the party's president at the Karachi Congress Session, spoke about the aspirations and challenges facing India as it moved toward independence. What was the context of Patel's address? The early 1930s marked a crucial period in India's struggle for freedom from British colonial rule. The Congress was actively engaged in negotiations with the British government, and the atmosphere was charged with hope and determination for self governance. Patel began his speech by acknowledging the honor of being chosen as the first servant of the Congress, recognizing that this choice was not merely about his contributions, but rather a tribute to the sacrifices made by people across India, particularly Gujarat. He said, and I quote, "You have called a simple farmer to the highest office, to which any Indian can aspire." End quote. He emphasized that India had demonstrated to the world that non-violence was not just a dream but a powerful reality. He said, "India has given a singular proof to the world that mass non-violence is no longer the idle dream of a visionary or a more human longing. It is a solid fact capable of infinite possibilities for humanity, which is groaning for want of faith beneath the weight of violence of which it has almost made a fetish." End quote. Patel highlighted how peasants, often deemed difficult to organize for non-violent action, had shown remarkable bravery and endurance in their fight for justice. He praised their contribution, stating, "The greatest proof that our movement was non-violent lies in the fact that the peasants falsified the fears of our worst skeptics." End quote. As he continued, Patel addressed the recent settlement reached with the British government. He urged Congress members to endorse it as a step towards peace. He articulated that accepting this settlement did not mean abandoning their principles. Rather, it was a strategic move towards achieving their ultimate goal of Purna Swaraj or complete independence. He said, "Had we not accepted the settlement, we should have put ourselves in the wrong and thereby undone the effect of the sufferings of the past year." End quote. Patel articulated a vision for India's future governance. He stated that while they might need to accept some British assistance in military matters, they could never allow their defense to be controlled by foreign powers. He declared, "We must have full power to make mistakes. We may gratefully receive British advice, never dictation." End quote. He also critiqued the British Army's presence in India, describing it as an army of occupation. He stated bluntly, "The fact is that the British Army in India is an army of occupation. Defense is a misnomer. Frankly, the army is for defending British interests and British men and women against any internal uprising. I cannot recall a single instance in which the Indian army was required for the protection of India to fight a foreign power." End quote. Patel addressed concerns about Indian civil administration without British oversight. He argued that Congress had demonstrated its capability to govern effectively and efficiently, stating that fears of corruption were unfounded. "It would be too great a strain upon our poor purse to have to pay, by way of insurance against corruption, a premium out of all proportion to the highest possible estimate of corruption." End quote. He emphasized communal unity as essential for achieving independence. Patel reiterated Congress's commitment to resolving communal issues on national lines and assured minorities that their concerns would be addressed in any future constitution. He famously said, "As a Hindu, I adopt my predecessor's formula and present the minorities with a Swadeshi fountain pen and paper and let them write out their demands." End quote. Patel understood the role of Hindu community toward achieving real unity. He said, "But it requires courage on the part of the Hindus. What we want is a heart unity, not parched-up paper unity that will break under the slightest strain. That unity can only come when the majority takes courage in both the hands and is prepared to change places with the minority. This would be the highest wisdom." End quote. Patel concluded his address by reaffirming his commitment to achieving independence through unity and cooperation among all Indians. He said, "The Congress must leave no stone unturned to realize this much desired end." End quote. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's speech in Karachi serves as a powerful reminder of the principles of non-violence, unity, and inclusivity that were central to India's freedom struggle. Thank you for listening. For more from The Print, become a subscriber at theprint.in/subscribe. I am Zoya in Delhi. Tune in every day for more insightful news and analysis.